wafer, cell, and module manufacturers. And we start first with Liu Yu, who's the Senior Manager of Global Product Management at Jinko Solar, and he will talk to us about 182 millimeter cell-based modules boost for system cost reduction and efficiency. Leo, the floor is yours. Welcome.
Hi, Michael. Hi, Michael. Good evening. Can I share my screen?
Yes, please.
Yes, but it seems like, yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, Michael, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, wonderful.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Michael. Hello, everyone. I'm honored to have this chance to present the Jinko Solar, to have this speech here. And my topic today is 100 millimeter module boosts the system cost reduction and efficiency. And if you have any question, please leave the message, and my colleague here will answer you in text. As you may know that according to the Bloomberg's, the global LCOE trend has displayed and even predicted the downwards of the cost on the major electricity generation method, includes the core, wind, and PV with tracker and fixed tilt. Every method is getting cheaper, especially for the PV system. The whole power industry is facing the challenge to generate the power with the lowest cost. So the project cost reduction and higher efficiency is play significant role to the result of the LCOE reduction. If you look at the screen and you can see the formula, the market in blue is heavily influenced by the module selection. Of course, EPC is influenced a lot. Module efficiency always determines the land lease cost and the purchase cost. And module type determines the operation and the maintenance cost. For example, the monofacial and the bifacial or dual glass or transparent backsheet are different to influence the operation and the maintenance cost. And the important thing is the module technology. And it always determines the power output. Let's have a look at the LCOE sensitivity. And if you want to get 0.1 yuan watt, which is 1.5 cent USD, and you need to increase 3.82% power output to realize your goal. As you may know that we can change our design from the fixed tilt to tracker. So of course, it can increase 10 to 15% of the output, right? And it's quite easy to achieve that goal. But if you cut down the EPC of 5.89%, it's not so easy. So the module selection is significant to the impact of the LCOE. And therefore, the module reliability can guarantee the enough power output and the maximum help to get the payback soon during the whole module lifetime, say it is 20 years. And the less labor loss and the less module working temperature boost the power output. That is why here we say the increased efficiency, of course, the power generation. And also like the cost reduction includes the tracker cost, how to optimize the tracker cost, and how to decrease our labor cost and also another cost. And it will lead a system cost reduction. And now Jinko has released the two types of module. One is more focused on the utility scale, and another is for the distribution market. And for the utility scale, we promoted two difference. The first is 78 pieces, 182 millimeters module. the highest power is 5 and 80 watt. The second is 72 pieces. The highest is 540 watt. Those two types match with the monofacial and the bifacial, and also the those two offer a different solution to the clients under the different application scenario. And at the same time, half-cut and the tiller ribbon technology leads to a maximized power class and maximized module efficiency. So the clients have a variety to select the different type of module, match the different application to achieve the lowest LCOE. And we also offer advanced warranty here. And it is also a very good performance in the PV module industry. And we offer the first year degradation less than 2%. And from the second to the 30th years, we offer minus 0.45% for the annual degradation. And also, 2 to 3 IEC module reliability can guarantee enough power output so that more benefits the power station can get, the faster payback year and higher IRR and return it can obtain. And before we move to the second topic, let's think about these three questions. The first is the bigger module size is better. And the second is modules higher voltage and the lower current, which is 182 millimeters module, versus a higher current and the lower voltage, which is 2 and 10 modules, which is better. And the third question is, will increase the numbers of modules on the one string really reduce the cost of tracker? Then we can see the design, the 182 for 535 watt and the layout here. And you also can compare the 210 modules for the 540 watt and 590 watt here. And the basic premise of the design is we set up the same GCR so that the yield and the PR are almost the same. So it's better to compare the cable loss in the same level. And here I choose the 6 millimeter square cable for keeping the comparison same. Of course, it needs to stimulate it based on the system economy. Actually, in some lower irradiation region, 4 millimeter square matches 6 millimeter square can be used in a lower irradiation region with 182 millimeter module. After this design, we analyzed the lower current bring a lower cable loss, and the lower cable loss bring a higher energy production. And the second is 182 module doesn't need extra cost for the overcurrent protection. And the third is 210 modules working temperature is higher than 182. So we can get the result, cable result, and you can see on the table, 182, the DC cable result loss is 1.03%. And the highest cable loss for the 210, which will reach 1.24%. And the gap is 0.21. And don't look down upon the cable loss of the 0.21%. The 182 modules also could bring almost 20,000 megawatt per hour in 20 years and increase 0.15% IRR and decrease 21% LCOE. And then we move to the EPC cost. And the firstly is tracker cost. So we need to perfectly use maximum length that the tracker can withstand. The mainstream on 1P trackers company maximum right now can bear around 100 meters, so that 182 millimeters module can maximum use the length of the tracker, but 210 cannot. And you can see the figure here. So consider the tracker cost right now. Consider we have the reducer and control box. It's around 4,000 yuan per set, which is almost 620 USD per set. So that if you use the total, if you use the tracker control system price divided the total power, which will be this figure here. And you can see that if we count it in the US cent, and it can reduce up to nearly around 0.23 US cent per watt. And secondly, it can effectively use the support area of the tracker, make full use of the power density, and reduce the number of tracker. And you can see nowadays, the tracker existing product design is 100 millimeters here, and 115 meters in the recently product. And also in the future 2P. Whatever scenario, the longer tracker are future trend. And the 182 millimeters totally power of single tracker is always higher than that of the 210. And the higher numbers of string and the greater gap of the watt. Okay, and also the labor cost for the tracker installation, trenching, and earth leveling are saving much compared with the 210. And the maximum can save 800,000 RMB, which is 120,000 USD. If your labor cost if your country's labor cost is higher than the labor cost in China, the cost saving could be more. At last, you can see the BOST comparison here. BOST means the balance of system, and it is EPC minus module price. It will be equal to the balance of system cost. And it almost advantage contribute from the tracker. So finally, 210 BOST cost is higher 1.04% than 182 millimeters module, and also 1.14% higher also than 100 millimeters module. And we analyzed the three scenarios, which is same power generation, and also consider the cable loss and cable loss with module working temperature. And you can always see that the 182 millimeters module always in the lowest level, and you can get the lowest LCOE compared with another modules here. And here, and here, this is we consider the same module power generation. And here we consider the cable loss, and here we consider the cable loss with the working temperature here. And you can see that. Okay, in summary, because of the module reliability, higher cell yield, better module production efficiency. Hence, we can get finally is a maturity of 100 millimeter module. And this is the aspect from the manufacturer. And also it has a mature tracker design and also the best tracker cost. Plus, it has a mass-produced inverter, bring a higher quality of the electricity, which will boost the client's confidence. In total, it brings the best system cost and also, as you know that big current brings many uncertain factors, but 182 millimeters modules current has a lower current protection, which need a lower current protection cost. All in all, it gives a system safety and lower risk. And so far, Jinko Solar has shipped 182 Tiger Pro to all over the world. China, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Mexico, Chile, and so on. And totally contracts has been reached more than 2 gigawatt. So it's enough to show that it is a mature product and friendly to the system. That's all my speech. I'm Leo from Jinko Solar Global Product Management Team. So thank you for listening. Michael, thanks.
Thanks, Leo, for your great overview. Just one question regarding 182. So what about actually the share of 182 millimeter of your products in 2 or 3 years? So you're just starting, you already showed. So will this be the full focus?
Okay, for the 100 millimeters in the coming year, and right now we already can produce this product, but in the next years it will be around, perhaps I don't remember exact word the number, but it's approximately so it will occupy the demand of the worldwide around 20%, but in the 2022, the demand will be over compared with 166 will like overseed this 166 will be around 40% around yeah. This
Okay,
is for
super.
forecast. Yeah. And in the coming 3 years, it will be more and more. That is why I said 182 millimeters is the trend and it is a mature product. So that and every downstream and upstream is very ready for this product. So it will be more and more welcomed in the market.
Okay, here's one other question. So how about the effect of module height on the interrow shading or on wind loads? So because the 200 millimeter modules are wider but less tall. That's what somebody said.
Yes, this is a very good question. And right now the size of the module is bigger and bigger, right? Especially compared with 182 and 210. Why we designed the 182 is it because of the length and the width is very suitable for the mechanical load and also with higher pressure of the wind and the snow. It also gives a best performance in this size. So what we can say that and also we have a internal make the test with the tracker company, especially with the Next Tracker, Soltech and ATI, and also the Architect. And there's no any problem for that to make a compatibility. Yes.
Okay, very good. What about quantity of modules shipped per container? How is that in comparison to how are you seeing that to other products for yours?
Yes, yes, yes. That is also the distinguish between the 182 and the 210. That is also a very good question. And I think in the coming speech, Jay and Longji also will show how we design. And here as members of Jinko, what we can say that in the initial time, we have many text on the containers side so that we have and we have tested the logistic. That is why we choose that 182 millimeters is very suitable to put maximum maximum panels in one container. And nowadays we can put 620 pieces of panel in one container. It is 72 pieces.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Can you specify maybe maturity in terms of bankability terms? So how are these new modules being seen when you're looking into, or EPCs are looking into bigger projects, and is this fully bankable as PERC products you had in the past, actually?
Yes, yes, yes. And what we can say that bankability is right now for the bankability, there's many requests from the bank, right? And firstly, bank will see this technology whether it can persist for the future 20 years, and it also whether it is a very reliability. And for the Jinko manufacturer, we have a long story and a long performance, and also we have a many what we can say is projects in the past, and there's no any higher risk for that, and so that the bank will the bank always consider Jinko's modules is the best quality and the how we can say it's a best it's a good design, so that the bank will give the module bankability. And also, as I said, that 182 millimeters are already shipped all over the world, so that more and more bank will see those installed modules has already have a good performance, has already generated power to the grid, so that it will be accepted from the many banks. And so that we can say that not only 182, not only another like we previously promoted the module. Nowadays, the 182 are more accepted to the bank. So that we say that this is a bankability. Yes.
Okay, maybe one last question. So are you going to stop using smaller wafer formats like G1, M4, or M6, which is bigger than normal, but smaller, obviously, than M10?
What I can say right now is 182 is like I previously said, it is a mature product in the market, so that we will 182 will be our mainstream product, and also we also promote our 166 modules, but that is not like as fresh as the 182. So that we still produce it, but we will almost promote our 182 millimeters modules. Yeah.
Okay, super. Leo, thanks so much for these deep insights, and great you could spend the time with us. It's late in China, so have a good night. Huh?
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Have a good night.
All the best. Bye, Leo.
Yeah.
Okay, that was Jinko. So thanks so